Our topics include working with links in formula, although we had such in the previous lecture and demo. We will have this one. Anyway, we'll be working between two workbooks. Then next to that is understanding external reference, wherein formula will be linked from another file, which could be on another folder within your computer, or pwedeng naka-network, or pwedeng locally, or naka-internet with email. Then next is updating link. Ito yung mga what ifs. What if yung source document has been changed? What happens to the dependent document? Ano yung source document at dependent document? Yung source document, doon naka-base yung data tsaka yung dependent document. Yun yung may link sa data. So, we'll start with same workbook. Okay. So, dito na tayo magsimula. Let's say that this file, which is expenses.xls, has been named, naka-sheet kita, di ba? Madami yung sheet if you would want to add. Let's say, ito yung expenses na sheet. Let's name this as expenses. Then, I will create another sheet. Ito naman yung budget, for instance, na sheet. Within a single file, ito, different workbook. So now what I'll do is, on the sample, we have figure 3.11, wherein meron siyang budget summary sheet. Yun yung sheet na sinasabi ko. You could just double-click the sheet here, and then ganito, it will gets highlighted. What you do is you just type the new sheet name for that. So in our sample, we have here figure 3.11, wherein yung mga sheets natin is budget, summary, and details. So, yung link na reference is here. Total of lahat ng mga quarterly sales total. So that is 92,550, which is actually located on R7. So ito is on details sheet, wherein it was linked on budget summary. Take note here, on the dependent workbook, we have 92,560, which was based here. Tignan nyo yung formula bar. It was taken from, yan, R7. So, ganun yung gagawin natin. So, balik tayo sa sample ko. Let's say, yung 2016 for January budget, dito sa budget. Okay. January 2016 budget. Okay, halimbawa yan. Not comfortable with calibration. Palitan ko lang siya ng size 12. And then, yan. So, we place the January 2016 budget here. What I'll do is, using the symbol equals to reference a formula, I type equals, then you switch on, dito sa ilalim, we switch on expenses. I want you to, what do we do? I want you to share the computer sound. Equals, then you click on expenses. And then, ito yung budget, 2016 budget for January. Click on that. That is located on C13, which is known as January 2016 budget. Then I press enter. Now, tignan nyo yung aking, ito yung good thing with naming a cell. So, kahit nandito ka sa separate na sheet, still, you uses the name January 2016. By the way, yung purpose nito is preferably for you who wants to get familiarized with the data. And another thing with external, kasi dinamay na natin dito yung whole Excel document or whole Excel transactions. So, we had this objective of formula reuse. Reuse means, di ba, parang ano man, parang waste management, may reuse yung mga term. Meaning, kung yung formula na to has been given, pwede mo na siyang gamitin all throughout. Huwag ka nang gumawa ng same formula, duplicate formula na magiging useless. Actually, it is possible to do that. Very possible to do that. Nga lang, bilang hindi naman kayo, kaya nga ni, gintao lang nga ni, sa computer instructor na yung subject nga na, para mas, kumbaga roin nyo ba nga view, you view it as an IT instead of just digging to the self-studying accountant students or accountant professionals, accounting professionals, kaya ka mo ging refer sa IT para sa mga ruin yung mga scenario. Na mas more bagay inyong view nga IT, the IT way, not the accounting way. So, it's funny that we do not understand, we in IT do not understand the concept, but when it comes to ganito, mga formula na to, mas magaling kami dito pagdating sa computer. So, swerte ng mga accounting students nowadays kasi they had this option na pwede silang pumili ng kanilang instructor. At you had to thank your department head na siya mismo, galing sa kanya yung idea na hindi siya yung magtuturo, rather IT instructor. So, yun yung reason. So, reuse tayo ng mga formula. So, pag may formula ka na yan sa iyong iba't ibang mga sheets within a file, wag ka nang gumawa ng panibago. Even if it is located on a separate folder, on a separate computer, on a LAN computer, but still on the same company. Di ba may maroon ka mga organizations wherein it is integrated such that madaming mga companies all together, madaming mga owners. So, yun yung purpose nito. Next. Next is within the same, so anyway, you make use of things referring here, let's say you have February budget, ganun lang din. You just type that February budget. So we change this to change this one to February. Then equals, then switch to expenses sheet, and then we click D13. Take note, ito ay ibang formula. Wala tayong name dito. Hindi natin napangalanan yung February 2016 budget. So, na yung appear dito is expenses, which means that is a separate sheet, and D13 referring to the intersection of your 2016 budget. Ito yan. Okay. Next. Understanding external references. There is no big mystery behind external reference link. You set up links by including an external reference. Again, when sinabing external, hindi siya on the same document or on the same Excel file. It could be located on another file. However, similar lang naman na workbook. Pwede rin siyang sa the same, sa parehong workbook. Pwede rin siyang iba't ibang sheets. Pwede rin siyang sa ibang location. So when we say ibang location, you refer to that on external reference as path. Wait lang. A path is the drive as well as the directory in which the workbook is located, which can be a local path, network path, or even an internet address. You need to include the path only when the workbook is closed. So, talking about external references, meron akong i-introduce sa inyo. So, we will make this expenses file as a source document, And we will create another file. Okay, let's say I will have a new file. So, ito siya, another file ito. As you see, untitled siya. It is named book 1. Share screen. So, this is a new file. What we will do is, we'll just copy the January, March man mana. Okay, let's make it March 2016 budget. Check. Are you there, guys? Naduga ako.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, asa na yung files ni Roman? No. Copy lang. Simple lang naman. Equals. Then, we will switch on the expenses file. And we click on this one. This is located on E13. That is the reference. Enter. Then I want you to take a look on the result. Have there on the formula bar, expenses na naka-enclose di kara is actually the file name. While expenses na nandito is the sheet name. May kabayluhan na nato the sheet name na nangara. Pareho to sa ng expenses. Okay, palitan ko na lang siya ng ano, pwede ka lang ibaylo. Budget. Doon ko na lang expenses detail. Okay. And then we switch ulit. Save this file. And then we switch ulit sa book 1. Okay. So, right now, nakita nyo naman na hindi siya nag-update, di ba? Hindi siya nag-update. So, later, it gets updated once we're done and we save the file. So, diyan lang muna ha. Dagdag pa ako ng February 2016 budget. Kung man si ma'am nag-introduce sa man, later ko siya i-introduce. Gusto ko makita niyo muna sa ngayon na row na ganyan yung itsura. Then, 2016, that is 24,000. Then, we format this one later or also discuss about the formatting. Okay. So, yan na muna yung itsura. So, kung tignan natin dito, nag-update siya, oh. Expenses yung file name, then yung sheet name is expenses detail, and yung reference is D13. Click ko siya dito. Ayan, expenses yung file name, expenses detail yung sheet name. Nag-update siya. The reason for that is kasi naka-open yung file. Automatically, Excel gets things updated if both source document and dependent document are open. So, yung nakikita nyo sa taas is a format of how Excel displays the formula for external references. Nauna dyan is the path. Right now, based sa example, walang path kayong nakikita. Yung nakikita nyo is workbook name, kung saan naka-enclose in parentheses. Actually, workbook name is just similar with file name. Na iba lang do Excel. So, walang path kayong nakikita dito. But later, when you, you close the document, makikita niyo yan. So, next is the sheet name, expenses detail, and the last one is the reference. Always remember that pag yan ay reference, parati yan may exclamation point. I don't know. There, exclamation point siya. So, enough on this. Move to the next. Yung nakikita niya sa ilalim. For example, if you close the the workbook, Excel automatically changes the external reference shown in figure 3.1 to this depending on the actual path of the file. So right now, try natin siyang i-close. Pero kasi hindi ko siya na-save. So save ko ana imo ha. I'll save this file. Okay. Unit 4 tayo. I'll save this as dependent lang para madali nyo matandaan. Dependent document. Save ko ha. Tignan nyo maigi. Then, close ko siya. Asa na yung ating source document? Itong expense. So, close ko yung expense. Okay. Kita nyo ha, atong source document has been closed. What retains is the dependent document. Tignan nyo uli ngayon. Tignan nyo uli ngayon. Ayan na. That's what I wanted you to see. Ayan. Nakita nyo, the path there, ito, for budget 2016 for March and February, makikita nyo yung may BG colon, that is my flash drive location. Then, naka-folder ako, that is your subject, syempre, and nakasuod pa ako sa folder, another folder, which is unit. Okay? Unit 4, yung aking folder. Nilakihan ko lang yung formula bar para makita niya sa ilalim. Kanina kasi is maliit yan. So, you might wonder, naman unit lang So, that is actually Unit 4 folder. The file name or the workbook name is expenses. And ito yung kanyang sheet name. At, diba, kabahaba yun? So, kanina hindi nyo nakita kasi naka-open paro ato niya source document. So, ngayong na-close na, what Excel does is it automatically changes the external reference to complete na together with the path. Ayan na. So, next page. Do you have questions? Wala pa naman so far. Thank you. Kumuha. Next is updating. So, ito yung important na part. What if you modify the source or you even modify the dependent document or dependent workbook? Ano yung mangyayari? Paano ba yung updating? He should understand things para he don't mess up with the transactions or informations you had. Lalo na pag transfer the files. You get our mabudlay. Especially if you are on, di ba? Para sa atong school, you have there the treasurer, di ba? May mga department kita. Although, it's not the actual na course department. What I'm talking is, kung nasa company ka, may inaron, halimbawa, araya man na sa marketing department, ito is sa collection department, may mga things na mauron. So, paano kung files sa isang computer, yung transfer sa tihak na computer kasi it is delegated to another department. So, ano mangyayari? updating is important. And it is important to you to understand kung ano yung mangyayari when it does updates. Sino kayo nag-update? Siyempre si Excel. Base ulihi mo, base what ay mag-update. Number 1. The purpose of a link is to avoid duplicating formula and data in multiple worksheets. If one workbook contains the information you need, you can use a link reference to the data without recreating it in another workbook. So the key term for reuse is duplicating. To be useful, however, the data in the dependent workbook should always reflect what actually is in the source workbook. So in other words, pag nagbago doon sa source document o source workbook natin, dapat magbago rin. It reflects din, it gets updated din dito sa ating dependent na workbook. So paano nagbabago? Pag parehong naka-open, if both the source as well as the dependent workbook are open, Excel automatically updates the link. So, try natin ha. Open ko, Anay. Open ko muna yung aking, kasi naka-close. Internet Application Tools, Unit. Open ko lang ang aking expenses. Okay, what I'll do is, nagpalit ako, syempre. Okay, ito yung aking dependent wherein we have March and February 2016. So, yung aking expenses, palitan ko ito. Gawin ko siyang 2,400. Expecting yung February magpapalit. Save this file. Then we transfer on the dependent. O, tignan nyo. Ano nga nito? Ang ginbayluhan. Balik ulit. Under expenses, 25. Ito yung 2,000, February 2016. Budget. Okay, which is 25,000. Di 13 pala. 25,132. 25,132. It gets updated. Palitan ko din yung aking palitan din natin yung March. March ha. Take note, this is 26,574. So dito sa ating source document, ayuhan natin. Isang tiri. It is 35. So it becomes 24,823. We save the file. Then we switch on dependent. You see, as long as both source and dependent workbooks are open, automatic yung update. Another scenario, if the source workbook is open, when you open the dependent workbook, Excel automatically updates the link. So, ang gagawin natin, close natin yung source. Okay, ito yung ating expenses. Yung ating source. Close natin. Dependent. I-close. So you want to save? Yes. Okay. Now, open ko uli yung aking expenses document. So, mag-update ako. It is 3,000. So, magbabago siya. Tapos 26,000. Ang tanong, does it get update? Hindi. Kasi nga, naka-close yung iyong dependent. So, when it is the time that it gets updated, so 26,004 yan na, close na siya. Open ko yung aking dependent. Okay, tingnan nyo. Is it updated? Hindi. So, when is the time that it is updated? Kailangan mo munang i-open. I-open mo muna yung source workbook para sa Excel. Doon yung mga dapat tandaan ha. Tignan nyo dito. We had a note. security warning. That is, if you always trust the links in your workbook, that is, if you never deal with third-party workbooks or any other workbook from sources you don't completely trust. Medyo complicated the explanation. What it means is, sinasabi lang na merong nangyaring update doon sa ating source document. That's why we had a warning here whether to enable or disable yung update na yan. So you had to click itong option na to. Okay, to begin, select file option. If you trust it, you enable the correction. May nangyayari daw. So, when I do that, take note na yung data dito gets updated. Boom. Yun yun. So, even if you make correction on the source document, walang problema yon kahit pa naka-close yung iyong dependent document. As long as this user of the dependent document always find important dialogue as it opens the file na may mga external links. So, do not ignore yung mga notes na yan na nandito kasi importante yan in order to update the link. So, take note of this, ha? This is a tip. We always enable a content kung alam mo na yung binago na yon coming from your boss. Pero kung bukon, no way. Base kung mag-reflect into original. Joke lang. Okay, another thing. Halimbawa, ginbayluhan ko ro file name out of nowhere. Ako ay papahirapan ko kayo. Anong gagawin ko? Pinalitan ko yung file name. Okay. No, hindi to joke. Para mas makita nyo kung ano yung mangyayari. So, ito. Minute 4. Malit naman na si mama na. So, halimbawa, biniluhan ko. Imbes ng expenses, biniluhan ko tatates. Then save. Baka kita kung mag-file name kita atong pangalan. Ngayon ang tanong, ano mangyayari sa dependent document na to? Wait lang. Ano mangyayari sa dependent document? May naka-open pa ba? May mga naka-open. Okay, naka-close sa lang daywa. So what I did is pinalitan ko siya. Pinalitan ko yung file name. Open ko ngayon yung dependent document. Ganun pa rin yung makikita nyo. Automatic update of link has been disabled. So, yun lang din yung gagawin. Na-show ko na sa inyo kanina to. Or, another is, so hindi ko na-enable ha. Another way is, you click data. Okay, dito daw. You click data. Okay, ito siya In order to update the link, click data from Excel. And then you choose edit links. Okay, that is here. So it looks like a chain. Ibig sabihin, somebody is linked within that. So you click this one. Ayan. Expenses. Expenses. Referring to this, we change the source. So I just type it this way. Then we click it. Click ko na yung attest na ito yung binago ko. Ayan. Kita? So, and then close. Tignan natin uli. Ayan, kung napansin nyo, yung ating workbook name has changed from lahat kung ano man, kung madami ka dyang formula, lahat sila gets updated. So, ayan, attest na to, attest na din ito. No longer using the expenses. So, yun na yan ha. Naway maalala niyo ito lahat. Bakit? Kasi mamultuhin ko kayo sa second sem. May subject pa kita sa second sem and that is about accounting information system. Wherein you're going to use everything that was taught here kasi yung accounting information system will be done using Excel. So, in changing the link source, ganun lang, gawin data and edit links. Or, pwede mong iset yung enable na yon for updating. Okay, so this is the last one in our topic is formatting dates and numbers. So dito, okay, lakihan ko lang yung screen ha. When you format this, you uses the home ribbon under the number. Ito yung number natin. This is the number groupings. So, yung importante is itong accounting number format. So, ganyan siya, letter P. But sometimes, in several computers, that is dollar. Dollar yung nakalagay dyan. So, it happens, turo ko na agad sa inyo. We switch to control panel. Okay, the control panel. Then you choose regions. Okay, ito yung region from control panel. And then, dito, additional settings. Kasi this one was for the language. So, additional settings tayo. Then, we look for currency. Numbers ito. Time and date. So, dyan lahat makikita. Yung mga month, day, kung ano yung format na gagamitin for the date. Nandyan din yung time, kung hours muna, tapos minutes. So, ito yung currency. Dito pinapalitan. Normally, that is dollar. So, in our case, baliktad kita. Binalik na kung sa dollar. Then, we apply this one. We click OK. Close this one. And charan! Sa Excel, it's now dollar. So, lahat ng currency natin na format, dollar na lang yung malabas. So, it's the other way around. Kung dollar yung nandito, palitan nilang, typean nilang ng peso sign. So, that would be all for this week.